Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If I'm looking like last week, it's because I'm recording this video the same day I recorded the last one. So I just decided to go ahead and record this this other video since I have a little bit of time on my hands today. So this video is going to be about when I went to a psych ward. If you watched part one when I hit my sister with a car, then you will kind of see what's leading up to this point here. So after I hit my sister with a car, I don't know if days went past. Like, I have a blockage here. I don't know if days went past or if it happened that night, but I'm guessing since they were living in another state, and it could have happened the next day now that I'm thinking about it. But here they are here in Chicago, and you know, I'm freaking out about the whole thing. I had no clue about it, but once I found out, I'm freaking out about it. And I think, like, I probably went home that night and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. Oh my God. If you guys see pictures of me at that time, I was so skinny, and it's clear that I like to eat, you know. But, like, I was just so depressed. Like, I don't know. Like, I had moved past this one point in my life, but there was still this other part of, like, he's hurting me, you know. Like, I don't know, I couldn't get past it. I don't think there was really a real apology or anything like that. Everything, it was all unplanned. It wasn't like, you know, hey, we broke up and then this happened. Like, no, all of this was just like overlapping. It was all bad in so many ways. We kind of just hurt each other, you know. So anyways, I'm probably having a hard time sleeping and stuff like that. So can nobody keep a hold on me? Like, can nobody tell me what to do? Can nobody stop me? I know that this was like hurting my mom to see me hurting and to not be able to help me, you know. But, like, I just remember coming back over there. I'm pretty sure I left because it was, the vibes was so, it was all bad. So there's no way I just chilled over there. I would have, though, because I was never scared of, like, any of that. So it wouldn't have, it's not that far-fetched. Maybe somebody who was around can remind me if I actually stayed there or not. But I'm pretty sure I left. But I know I came back because I just remember pulling up and I had that knife again. And they're gonna take my stuff down. I gotta stop saying that. I don't know. It's for a good cause. We'll get somewhere with this. So anyways, I had that thing in my hand, and I just remember him seeing me and him taking off running. This is not the first time. That would have to happen in the other story time of me going to jail. Somebody's calling me. This is not the right time. Anyway, so what happened was, I just remember getting out my car, chasing him, and he ran, and his mom was standing on the sidewalk, and his mom grabbed me. I had micro braids. Remember those little individual tiny braids? You know, you get them in your hair, micro braids. And I ran past her, and I'm like chasing him with the knife, and she snatches my head back, like, rightfully so. R.I.P. to her, you know, but she snatches my head back, and my reaction was just to turn around and punch her in the face. Like, I just remember saying, B, get off me, you know, and I turned around and I hit her. Now, when I hit her, her kids are here, and they jumped on me. Her oldest daughter jumped on me, and she was on top of me, and she was like banging my head into the ground. She had my hair, and like she had my micros. She was banging my head into the ground. She had these gigantic boobs. I remember because they were suffocating me, and I could not breathe at all. But at that time, like, I didn't care. My mom, I could hear her like, please don't hurt her, please don't hurt her, you know. And she was asking her mom while beating my head into the ground, like, Ma, are you okay? You know, rightfully so. She was a big bitch, but she still is. But I love her. Anyway, so I just remember being like, just let me die. Like, I was crying. I'm just like, just let me die. Just let me die. And like, they didn't let me because I'm here. But at the time, I'm like, just let me, just let me die or whatever. So now it's become less of an aggressive moment and more of like this moment of them realizing like how much I'm really hurt and broken. And like, so they called the ambulance. The ambulance came, and I'm sitting in the back of the ambulance. And I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm not going nowhere at this point. I've been chased by police and all type of other stuff. And like, I always felt like I'm not fucking crazy. I'm hurt, So I just was like, I'm not going, and I saw my mom. She started crying, and my mom, she was saying her chest hurted and stuff like that. And so when I saw that made me go. And I was like, okay, okay, I'll go. And the lady I punched in the face, she came to the ambulance, and she was like, it's okay, I forgive you, She hugged me. I was crying. So they take me to the hospital. And, I'm just there to get an evaluation, right? So I'm here for this evaluation, and there's this heavy set security guard that used to work there. I think this at Jackson Park Hospital. It's over there on King Drive somewhere. If you're from Chicago, then you already know. So they take me to Jackson Park, and the big security guard, like, he talked to me and my mom on the way up. He was a cool dude. He was trying to sell us some weed and different stuff like that, so we like, well, obviously I wasn't buying none. I'm headed on this side, but he was a cool dude. So anyways, I'm in there. They take me in there. I didn't know how long I had to stay or anything like that. It was just like, I just knew that my goal was to see the doctor, so the doctor could tell me what's up with me, what's wrong with me, what am I going through, Oh, excuse me, that's so ratchet. Okay. So I'm here, and like, it's real crazy bitches in here. Like, it's like one girl walking, playing with her pad type shit, like real crazy people in here. But me, nah, I'm just fucked up. I ain't crazy. I'm just fucked up. That's how I felt. And so, every day at lunch, like we would have lunch. It's been a couple days I'm in here. Every day at lunch, they calling my name with medicine for me. I'm cool. I don't understand why I got medicine. I haven't seen the doctor yet. So I thought it was ridiculous that they called my name every day for lunch. And every day I was like, nah, fuck that. So I would never take the medicine, right? So one day, I'm trying to use the phone before lunch. And I'm trying to use the phone before lunch. And the people, I'm going to tell y'all about this in 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to use this phone before lunch. And the people, this building is made like this. So it's a square, right? Right in the middle of that square is a glass room. And that's where the people are that watches you. And I guess that's all they do. It's a glass room. They stay like locked in there. And they just watch you, So anyways, one day I'm trying to use this phone. Oh, my union steward is calling me right now. I'm going to call him later. Anyway, so one day, the distractions. One day, I'm trying to use the phone. It's like a pay phone. I don't think you got to pay, but that's how it looks. They could turn it on, turn it off anytime they choose. So, I'm trying to use the phone and it's not working. So I'm like, hey, can y'all turn the phone on, please? Joe, stop calling. Okay. I don't know if it's affecting my sound or what. So I'm like, can y'all turn the phone on? They were like, you can use the phone after everybody takes their medicine, which means after lunch. I didn't want to wait till after lunch. I don't take medicine, so let me use the phone. So now I'm mad. I'm frustrated. So I just start running. Mind you, it's a square, and they're right in the middle in this glass room. So I'm running around the square. Everybody else's rooms are on the outside of the square. They're right in the middle. I'm running around, just like jogging. I'm pissed off. So I'm just jogging around. And so this bald-headed African girl who works in the middle, she came out and she was like, what is wrong with you? And she had this notepad and a pen. And my first reaction was to like almost swing at her, because one, you don't give a fuck what's wrong with me. Two, if you wanted to be more caring, you could have came out without the notepad, because bitch, I'm feeling like whatever I say you're gonna put on there, and that's not good for me at this point in time, you know. So I instantly just took offense to her just coming out like, what's wrong with you? Because I knew it wasn't heart to heart. That wasn't heart to heart, right? So I said, bitch, get the, you know, I'm just cursing. And anyways, so I told her, get the fuck away from me, right? And she was like, she went into the room, she went back into the square, and she picked up the phone. Now I already know what she's doing, so I told her like, look, don't call the fat one because he can't catch me. So when I saw them coming off the elevator, it's like a penthouse, because when that elevator opened, that's where the security guards was at. Like, she didn't just call the fat one, she called two. Well, one was skinny and one was fat, both male. And so when I saw them, I just jogged the other way. So now we playing the game, because they want to, this is the square. When I go this way, they go this way and they try to catch me, and I'm gonna juke them back, and I'm gonna go back this way and they're gonna try to catch me. Then they're gonna try to split up, but obviously I'm gonna keep juking past, you know, you know, it's what the game was. And I was younger, I had a lot of energy. So this went on for a while until they both finally caught me. And when they caught me, they kept trying to take me into this room. Now, I'm some type of claustrophobic. I don't know to what extent it is, but the fact that I didn't know what was in the room, it wasn't my bedroom. The fact that I didn't know what was in the room was stopping me from letting them take me in there. So it's both of them, and they try, every time they get me to the room, I'm walking the wall, flipping off, kicking off, like running up the wall, making us both fall. I had really good legs, you know, so I would kick off the wall and make all three of us fall. Like, I had them tired. They was just like, I know if they could have punched me, they would have kicked my ass to just get it over with. But I'm guessing that was against the law, because they did it. And I never tried to punch them or anything. I just wouldn't let them get me in the room. And so literally 30 minutes go past, and I'm still fighting them. And I'm out of breath at this point. And I'm like, okay, just let me get some water and I'll go in there. I'm thirsty. You know, when you, you that tech, give me some water, I'll go in there, boss. So I said, just let me get some water, I'll go in there. And they like, okay, they agreeing to this because they tired too. So they like, look, go get her some water. So one of the nurses goes to get me a cup of water. And this is how frustrated I am. Like, so they have me like this. Like, one man over here and one man over there. And they have me like this. And I done fell down to my knees because I'm exhausted. And I'm on my knees, and all I can remember thinking was, this must be how Jesus felt. I'm not even like, I don't know what made me feel that. It was not a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. I probably chuckled a little at it, but I swear to you, like, no matter what I told them, no matter what I said to them, it didn't matter. I had no rights in there, and I wanted to fuck everybody up because of it, and I couldn't, you know? Like, I was like, this must be how Jesus felt. So I'm on my knees, and so, you know, they bring me the water, and I'm like, you know, give me my fucking hand so I could drink the water. And so he let me get my hand, and I'm like trying to drink the water or whatever. And do you know, as soon as I try to sip the water, I look back, and the African is trying to stab me in the back with a needle. All I saw was the needle. She really was putting it in my back. I jumped up, and the fight was back on. 30 more minutes of that shit. I'm talking about that. Oh my God, I was so mad at her. It was her job, whatever. But I don't feel like that was necessary. Like, if I would have jumped or jerked or something, not knowing that needle was going into my back, then what? You know, like, I wanted to stay outside of her job when I got out of there and find her and whoop her ass. I'm not even kidding. That would be funny if it was another story to that, right? But anyway, so She tried to stab me in the back with the needle. I jump up. I'm flipping the fuck out now. Now I got a second wind. Y'all gave me some water. I could go for hours. So I'm really upset, right? And it got to the point like I got tired. I was just like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to go in there. Like they was tired. Of course they was tired. But it got to the point where I finally was like, okay, I'll go in there. I'm going to calm down, you know. So when we got in there, it was a bed, and it was a very small room. My closet right there is probably bigger than that room. But it was a very small room, and it was a small bed in the middle of the room, and it had, like, straps. Now, I wasn't going to let, we was going to fight for 30 more minutes because that part wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, look, I'm calm. At this point, security is like, look, we're going to take what we can get. Mind you, the big one was cool with me on the way up. So, you know, it was just like, okay, we'll take what we can get. So I'm calming down. I'm just sitting on the side of the bed like this. You know, I'm tired at this point. So I'm sitting on the side of the bed. And as I'm sitting there, the African bitch came back. And she literally, I'm sitting there and I'm just on the side of the bed. She came through the door. She took the needle, put it in my arm, shot the medicine in there, and turned around, walked out. Security walked out. And I'm just so mad. I'm so mad. Like, I'm not yelling or screaming or nothing, but I can feel my body fuming. Like, I'm heating up because maybe it was the medicine, but I was heating up because I can't, no matter what I said to them, it was not going to stop them from putting that shit into my body. And the whole fight was about not putting it in my body. So the fact that I stopped and I gave up, they still put it in there. That pissed me off so bad. It made me so upset. I was really upset. So there was this little tiny window that you can't open or nothing. I went and I sat at it for a second and I just looked out the window and I was just defeated. I was defeated. I was angry. I was upset. And I sat there probably for like 2 minutes. But then I felt the medicine kicking in. And I jumped up. Because I was like, nah, I jumped up and I'm running down the hallway. It's heavy. I don't know, God. I know now, but it was a heavy hitting ass medicine, right? I could feel it going through my body and I'm running down to the hallway. Maybe I was walking there. Probably in my mind, I was running, right? So I got there and I told the lady, when she saw me at the window, you should have saw their face because as far as they know, I'm supposed to be knocked the fuck out right now, right? So they was like, and I'm like, now look, let me get the phone. Because you said after everybody take their medicine, I can get the phone. I took my medicine. Let me let me use the phone, right? And so the lady was like, go ahead and let her use the phone. Because in their mind, they like, she going to be knocked out soon, you know. And so I pick up the phone and I call my best friend first. And I'm like, I was just crying when she picked up the phone. I was like, tell my mama she ain't never seen her grandkids no more. And yada, yada. Like, I was really freaking out. I was young. Even though I had 2 kids, I had my second child at like 19. So I was like, I was very young. Yeah, I had the first one at 17, pregnant at 18. So I was at least 18 or probably 19. So I was like crying and freaking out. Tell her she ain't gonna never see her kids, grandkids no more. Like, I was angry at my mom because that was the reason I went in there. But in hindsight, I'm not upset with my mom. I was just, at the time, that was my reaction. And so I was mad and I hung up the phone. I probably picked up the phone, called my baby daddy. He always been like my friend, like, and before anything. So I don't remember. I know we was cool again at this time because I ended up going to another hospital and he helped me break out of there. So it was like, phew, you know, this is my buddy. I'm going to call him, you know. So I called him. I can't remember exactly what was said at this time. But then I was like, okay, I got to go because I could feel it kicking in on me. And so I walked away and I went to my roommate. My roommate always had like a Bible or something. She was cool. And I just told her, I was like, look, when I go to sleep, I felt it. I was like, when I go to sleep, don't let them touch me. Like, that's all I asked her. I was like, just don't let them touch me. And I was angry, so I was like biting down on my jaw. I had my hands clenched. Like, I was just mad. So I just went to my bed and I laid down and I passed out. And I woke up like 19 hours later. Like, it was definitely the next day. I don't know how long the medicine was supposed to put me out. I don't even know why I get the number 19, but it must be valid to some extent. I slept for a very, 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 very long time. And when I woke up, my roommate, she was still there, you know. She was like, you good, right? So I get up and it's a new day. It's a new day. I'm ready to go about my business, but all I could feel was like tightness in my jaw, and my hands were still like this. So I would like go into the bathroom and I would take tissue. And I would tuck it into the back of my jaw because my teeth were grinding on each other so hard that I would use tissue to stuff it, you know, to put some cushion in there. And I did that for a full day at least. And I went to use the phone again, and I called my child's father, and I'm like, just how I'm talking to him. I'm like, hey, I think something wrong with my mouth, cause I can't really talk. Like, I don't know. Like, he was like, okay, I think he called my mama, cause I'm just talking to him like, yeah, something wrong. I don't know what it is, but you know. So my mom comes up there, and they let her visit me, and we go into the room, and I think my mom started crying because she saw, like, well, she didn't know what I've been through, but she saw that, like, I was in bad shape. Like, my jaw was tight like this, and my hands were still stuck like this, and she was telling them, like, hey, she's having an allergic reaction, you know? My mom's in nursing field, so she was telling them, like, she's having an allergic reaction. And so the people rush out. I don't know if it was the African girl. She probably would have got punched in the face if she would have came towards me with another needle. But one of them came and shot me in the arm again with, I don't know if it was Benadryl or what, with some shit. And as soon as they did, my jaws relaxed. Like, my mouth came open. My hands did this. At first, I thought I was just really angry, and that's why it was stuck when I woke up. But turns out I was allergic to the freaking medicine. The medicine is called Haldol. It's a horse tranquilizer. It is not on the market anymore. They should not be putting anyone to sleep with that. But yeah, I made it out of there. I eventually saw the doctor. I talked to the doctor, cried to the doctor, told her some of what I was feeling, what I was going through. I told her I'm not crazy, I'm hurt. Facts. And she diagnosed me with PTSD because of everything that I've gone through, not just within relationships, but within my past, within my childhood. It made me who I am. It brought me up in my own little surviving way. And now I protect myself and I protect my peace, and I want to keep people that doesn't have my best interest at heart away from me, because yeah, I got it in me, but it's not worth it to put yourself around somebody who don't give a shit about you anyways. So you have yourself around people who are invested in you, who wants what's best for you without even wanting something back in return. Those are the people that you want around you, because everybody else is going to suck from you, and that hurts. And when you get hurt, you want to hurt somebody else. Hurt people, right? So, yeah, I thank God for the whole situation, because otherwise I wouldn't be telling this story, and I wouldn't be who I am today, and learning about myself even still. So I'm just grateful for the whole situation and all that I've gone through, because no shade to anybody else, but like my growth helps me look back and be like, wow, you deserve better than that. But I didn't give me better than that. So I can't be like, oh, he's trash, and I wouldn't look at him twice. You know, a lot of them have grown up to be great men today. but I still deserved better than what I had, and I didn't give that to myself. So I realized that, even though we can victim blame, we can victim shame, we can be victims ourselves, and a lot of times we are victims, but our reaction, our next best move got to be what's best for us. Because I've been through so much that could have took me out in so many different ways, and the universe decided to keep me and protect me as much as they could and help me, and to the point where I'm here now, and I'm grateful to be here now. And I wouldn't put it past anybody to F you over or to hurt you. So be cautious about who you let into your personal space, because not everybody has your best interest at heart, and you don't want to have to fight for your life when you could just keep people away from you and stay at peace within your own space. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's preventative care. You know, I used to be around everybody, love everybody, give everybody everything I got, and then I look up and I got nothing left, and the motherfucker throw you away when they done with you. So no more of that. I'm grateful for all my stories, so I'll continue to share them, and we'll move on from there. So thank you so much if you made it this far. This has been more emotional than I thought it was going to be, telling you guys my story. And I think it's because it's a very big part of my life, and it was a major point in my life where I was very, 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 very broken. And I made it from that, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you. Let me know if you guys want to hear more stories. Bye.